Editorial, thank you very much for being with us today. You are the Chief Executive of FairNews Corporation?
That is correct, yes.
And what does the future hold for traditional media companies such as yours?
We're not a traditional media company. We've always been ahead of the game, ahead of the curve, where I suppose you think of the avant-garde, where the rear guard of the cutting edge, of the breaking wave of breaking news.
The avant-garde of the rear guard?
Yeah, the rear guard. Well, they're really the rear guard of the avant-garde, not the avant-garde of the rear guard.
And I noticed that the analysts did have a sell.
Analysts. Oh, sorry.
They did have a sell, but then they put a firm hold recommendation.
Firm hold, yes.
What do you think there is that?
Well, I think the analysts have a firm grip by choosing to have a firm hold on the reality of the situation. They can see that we know what we're doing, and we know where we've come from. We have a strong heritage. We're doing well now, and we have excellent plans for the future, which I'm happy to talk with you about.
What is your corporate strategy?
Well, we believe that too many costs going into the creation of our newspapers and our magazines. And the first of those costs we want to cut is property. So we're getting rid of the ground floor, first, second, third, and fourth floors, which are journalists and sub-editors and editors. Of course, we have to keep the fifth floor. That's where the real brains of the outfit are. The management. The leadership, yes, yes.
And human resources is on the fifth floor.
Human resources, yes, right. Yes, and financial resources. But it's the physical resources we're trying to focus on here.
But you've already taken 80% of your costs out of the business. Is there anything more to reduce?
Definitely. We're happy, it's widely reported in the press, Google is taking over the tenancies and in fact the ownership of quite a lot of our real estate. And we've gone from, over the years, you're a long-term journalist, of course, an old hack. We've gone from, it wasn't meant as a compliment, we've gone from closed offices to open plan offices, to hot desking.
Hot desking.
Yeah, and now, of course, we're going to distribute the 8 journalists for instance, our city of Sydney.
So you still have 8 journalists left?
8 journalists for 5 million people. So that's not bad, because at any given time someone's on sick leave.
Almost overstaffed.
Well, it is. There's 3 spare.
Yes.
So we just have them in either council libraries or McDonald's or Gloria Jean's.
So they can use the free Wi-Fi?
Free Wi-Fi, yes. And also they have their ear to the ground, their noses to the grindstone. They're in touch with ordinary people, and they have the common touch and common sense. So
do you pay them?
We pay them by the word, yeah. Well, not by every word, not conjunctions.
So it's like the Huffington Post model?
Yes, well, we do some huffing and some puffing, and sometimes we blow the house down.
Okay, and so what happens when you've accomplished this plank in your transformation strategy? Well,
we can leverage what we do. We think that on every little computer that we ensure that our journalists buy out of their salary, that there's a little camera, and of course they can do some photojournalism and some video journalism for us as well, as long as they edit it as they go.
Excellent. And the advertisers obviously are on board with this strategy?
Well, certainly.
Because you see a lot of their messages in the stories.
Yeah, product placement.
So they're getting they're a real beneficiary of the synergies that you're finding.
Synergies, yes. 2 and 2 make 5.
A lot of synergies.
A lot of synergies. Well, everything has to be leveraged.
And there's been some criticism of your
Criticism? What?
Extremely high salary and bonus structures.
For the journalists?
No, for you.
For me personally?
Yeah, for you personally. There's been some criticism in the market that given the fact that...
I've saved billions of dollars for the shareholders.
Yeah.
Billions of dollars. And my salary, which is in the low millions, is in keeping with other senior and chief executives.
And in future, with the end game, of course, is liquidation, so that there will be some value left at the end. Will it
really? No, we're not.
For the receivers of the banks and so on?
No, we are not in deficit or loss at the moment. We are reasonably stable. Assets equal the liabilities. Income equals the expenditure. Profit equals the loss. You know, we have a balanced spreadsheet.
Thank you very much, Eddie, for coming on the show.
Well, Michael, now I can see how you operate. You just rely on experts to give you their content without doing any research yourself. I think we just went too far.